Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Life as I See It with your hostess, Dina Nierenberg, and my favorite co-hostess of all time, Nina Vakin. Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you so much. It's always great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Dina.
Yeah, I'm glad that you came back from Russia.
I'm glad to. I love you all.
The same. Yeah, today's topic is all about self-actualization and what it takes to feel that it's something that you want to go for. See, self-actualization is a very interesting idea. Self-actualization, we're all born with this desire to self-actualize. Every one of us, God has instilled in each and every one of us a purpose, a meaning in life. However, as we get older, as we're growing up, and people are telling us what to do and when to do it and how to feel, and sometimes also making us feel, badly about our actions, we lose touch with our self-actualizing tendencies. However, they never really go away. It's very interesting because as much as you wind up, let's say, being 20 years old and you feel very, very poorly about yourself, based on, past experience, your self-actualizing tendencies don't go away. However, they get very, very covered up by your past experiences, by your past negative experiences in which you may have been told, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you're no good at this, you're no good at that, or that you're only good if you do so and so and so and so. You wind up feeling certain emotions such as guilt or shame about yourself, or doubt about your ability to do. But self-actualization is always within you. The idea is to tap into self-actualization, and it's much easier to talk about than it is to do. But once you get the hang of it, it's extremely easy. It starts with self-love.
Absolutely. We just talked about it.
That's right.
That, we started with ourselves. I'm beating myself up all the time, and it's so important. I see this all the time on social media right now. How important to love yourself and care about yourself and baby yourself, your little one. So because in all of us, we are all little babies. Even we are growing up, we look like we're adults, but we're not. So
It's so true.
right? We're all babies.
It's so true.
Yeah.
If we could all realize that inside every one of us, as much as we have, let's say, the maturity of, let's say, 40-year-olds, there's this child in us that really controls so much of our behavior. It does. And each and every one of us, we have a 6, 7, 8-year-old that basically controls how we deal with situations, controls all of our reactions.
Yeah.
And the idea is you have this inner child, whether you are 20, 24, 40, or 49. This inner child of yours demands that you treat it with so much love. It will never go away. If you live to be 120, you will always have an inner child within you saying, hey, treat me right. Treat me right. Give me a lot of love. But if you ignore that inner child, that's when your life really starts to fall apart. Big time. And it's not a bad thing. It's not like you have the intellect of an 8-year-old. It's that emotionally, you have this 8-year-old within you that still needs so much more than you're giving it. That's right.
It's a lot of psychologists, they teach to love yourself. Don't force yourself to do something what you don't love, or maybe substitute. You always have to have this, like this dopamine level and everything, like kind of like to support your life, right?
100%.
So if you somewhere oppressed, right? Like, I don't want to say I was oppressed in my family because I wasn't really. Other people would look at my life and they would be like, oh, what you were complaining about. Like other people would actually complain about my life now. Tessa, in fact, said, oh, you got another job? When are you doing this all?
I know, today.
Yes.
How'd you find the time?
I woke up at 6 a.m. and my son is gonna watch my dog. So I have you. Then I have all my jobs till the nighttime. I love it. I love it because I feel like I'm alive. I'm doing something like what we were talking about for my self-actualization.
Yeah.
So I feel more
Meaning in life.
in life, in the
like
world.
that. I like that a lot.
Appreciated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's good to be needed. It's good to do what you love, and it's not good to do something what other people want you to do if you don't agree with it, right?
For sure.
No matter what it is.
Sure. For
If
sure.
it doesn't go along with your beliefs and your right, you shouldn't do that. You
That's
shouldn't
right.
force yourself.
Exactly. Self-actualization is a very personal type of an experience. What you may find self-actualizing, I may not. For myself. For you, I see it and love it. I mean, to me, you're like the most amazing esthetician in the world. But not only is Nina an amazing esthetician, she's also very, very calming. It's like, even like when she comes to the house and she does our facials, our manis and pedis, we relax that night. We just feel chill.
Oh, I'm trying.
We just feel good about ourselves. But for other people, such as myself, my idea of self-actualization is to be a professor. I grew up in a very religious home, and I always wanted to be an actress. I'm really not kidding you. And I had a lot of connections.
And you are.
And I had a lot.
You could do it in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, I know I
in a
could.
second.
But you know what? For the sake of religion, for the sake of my background, for the sake of not wanting to embarrass people in my life, I said, what can I do besides for becoming an actress? I said, I could become a professor, which is also a form of performing.
Absolutely.
It's certainly a form of performing. Now, you have two different types of professors. You have the kind of...
Let me sleep on that. That's
You have, not to insult any of my colleagues,
Yes.
you have professors and they literally sit at their desks and they drone on
Right.
and on
Yes.
and on. They're so boring.
Yeah.
And they dress so boring.
I was about to say that.
Oh
and they
my
literally look like
heavens.
it.
Oh my heavens. How they dress and how they talk.
Right.
Or like, that's not performing, guys.
No, it's not.
But I get there and I'm wearing vibrant purple and I'm
Right.
like, I stand up and I
Yeah.
walk around and I gesture.
People
And
want to hear you.
People want to hear me because
What-
I'm right
what
here
are
in front of
saying?
you. And I'm gesticulating. And I'm telling them this is what I firmly believe. Let's talk about self-actualization.
Right.
Let's talk about making the most of yourself in this life.
Yes.
You've been granted. It's a blessing. It's a gift. Make the most of yourself. And it's a two totally different types of teachings. And so when we talk about, self-actualization, I feel like I found my self-actualization via teaching because I get to perform a lot, which I love. It's like every time I get to work, it's like I'm on stage.
It's so amazing. It's like time for you to actually
It's actually
feel great.
Yeah.
It's-
And it's because of all the heart, the soul that I put into my teaching. It starts actually with how I look.
Right.
I put on a nice dress. I get some great makeup on. I get the hair extensions on. I get things going for myself. I make sure I have the right fragrance even. It's like it's in the deets.
You
It's in the
take care
detail.
of yourself. You
Take-
feel good.
Yeah.
And the people, they know.
They
know.
know.
This aura, this
They know.
right, this energy. They feel that
They
something
feel
right
like
going on.
Professor Nierenberg came here today and she cares and she wants to give us the best of the best.
Yes.
And that makes me extremely happy. Crazy happy. And it's actually made up for the fact that, let's say 20 years ago, I really wanted to be an actress. But I had to find a way to sort of balance my belief system and also my environment with what I really wanted to do.
I was actually listening to a lecture recently because I study for nursing a little bit when I have my free time, and they were talking about it, about the substitute. We can do this a lot actually, because I mean, Dina is an example, right? And you feel great, right? For example, my dirty game, right? I have this passion. I'm very like bright also person, but I also had very conservative family, and I couldn't pour it out anywhere. I couldn't just do whatever I want. And I mean, I don't want to give you examples what I wanted to do, because maybe I was too crazy at the time.
Off the camera.
Yes, off the camera. I mean, nothing crazy really. But Dirty Game was almost like my baby, which meant to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't care about profit as much as I care about my representation and who I am. And this is almost like, maybe it's something off, something what people hard to accept, because I have a lot of different ideas how I will develop this further. But this is something I want to do, and nobody can stop me from that, and it makes me feel good, makes me a pleasant person for other people.
That's right.
So what else is more important?
Right.
You know, that I'm pleasant and I'm feeling good, and other people are happy around me. So
That's right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too. I think that a lot of self-actualization has to do not only with the work that we've chosen, but also how we represent ourselves to the world as humans, as people. Self-actualization is work, yes, but also it's how we deal with each other. It's how you actualize yourself on earth. Work is nice, and it's nice to find meaningful work, and very important to find meaningful work. But another part of our meaningful work here on planet Earth is to also how we relate to one another.
Yes.
What are we giving? What are we giving to each
The
other?
message.
The messages that we give to each other.
And this is big.
Oh, this is humongous.
This is huge.
This is so big. This is actually as big as your chosen profession.
Totally.
Your chosen meaningful profession. You know, when you get up in the morning and you get your act together, and then let's say you go down the avenue. My avenue happens to be Avenue J. And you have a ready smile for people, and hi, good morning, how are you? People love that.
Yes.
They love that. And it makes their day
Happy.
very
Different.
happy, and
Yeah.
that's meaningful too.
Yes.
And that's also self-actualizing to you as a human.
Amazing.
That's right. Yeah, so self-actualization has a lot to do with our work and what we feel that we're meant to do here, you know, during our time on Earth. But it also has so much to do with our relationships with other people.
Maybe that's why we come here.
I think so.
I'm thinking to learn, because I have a lot to learn still. I can't say that I'm perfect human. Where nobody's perfect.
We have no perfect humans,
But
but we're working on it.
yeah, we're working on it.
Right.
But what you just said, it's important.
Yeah, you know, just the fact that we're willing to work on ourselves is actually self-actualization. Just the knowing that you have so much potential to give so much to people, that's already self-actualizing.
We all have something
Yeah,
to give to people,
For
right?
sure, yeah.
We are all so valuable, and we're all loved by the universe, by God. So we are all given something. We're all gifted. So
Everyone's gifted.
you all can share those.
That's
gifts
right.
And be a part of a great community.
That's right. If you weren't gifted, you would not have been brought down to planet Earth.
Totally.
What, to waste space? Why? You know, God does not send down anybody to just waste space.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody has a purpose here in life. And that's the absolute truth. Otherwise, why bother? You know who gets all involved in drugs and excessive boozing and excessive, you know, behaviors? Those people who believe that they don't have any purpose down
Yes.
here. That's who gets involved
And
in that.
depression. How this all happened? Because I know what depression is. We both know this not from the stories from
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not
We need
embarrassed to admit
yeah.
I dealt.
Yeah. So because you've dealt it, you know what how we work as a humans, that we didn't bring anything useful for life and for ourselves. So that's not the way of life.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. That's right.
That's how you felt, and I felt
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah, yeah. There was a point in time that I actually felt very, very useless, and that's extremely sad.
That's the feeling of depression.
It's,
So,
yeah, but then you hit this rock bottom, and you realize the only place I can go from here is up. You can only go up. When you've hit the rock bottom, you can only go up.
That is so right.
You can only come greater, better, improving everything about your life, because you've realized that you've absolutely hit the rock bottom. It can only go up from here. That's like an old saying, and that's when you realize, oh, this is it. I'm at the absolute bottom, and what can I do now to make life better for me? And it's not so much at that point in time about making life better for others, because you haven't yet hit that point.
Because you're not whole yet.
You're not whole yet. Before you can become whole enough to be able to affect others, you have to start to affect yourself first. And you do. And it is our nature. It is our absolute nature, and I know this now for a fact, that when you hit the absolute rock bottom, you will start to work on yourself. That's it. That's it.
It's interesting how depression can be from absolutely like it doesn't matter. You can live in a beautiful house. You can have all relatives around yourself and everything good, and it's not necessary it's affected by drugs, or you can just be bored and just not have any goal in life. And I think like it's almost like a few things together in your life which makes you depressed.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
For me was, yes, that the family was not letting me do what I wanted to do.
Well, that's very depressing.
You know, one of it, but that's what makes you, when you are suppressed, it makes you, having eating disorders, and then you don't sleep well. So it's all kind of like, almost like a chain goes one after another, and now when I eat well, when I have my vitamins,
Vitamins is very important. That's right. It's so important to have your vitamins. Oh my God.
Walks with my dog and everything.
Yeah,
it's like,
everything.
It's almost like changing your whole mindset, and you see that light. You see that, oh my God, that is, we do have way out.
There's a way out of the darkness.
We can get out from it. So
yeah, I've seen this many, many times. I've seen this 4 times postpartum. I've seen it once or twice, throughout the course of my life, that you feel so much in the darkness, and you're like, can I ever get out of it? And you realize that you can, if you're willing to take these small steps for yourself. It's all about for yourself first. And you know how much I love EFT, and I tap on it constantly, morning and night. And the biggest things I tap on for myself are that I love myself so dearly. I love myself more than anything in this entire world. And even though it may look selfish to outsiders, I still love myself more than I love anyone in the world. Because love starts with yourself.
With you, yes.
If you don't love yourself, you can never fully love another human.
100%.
And even if you feel like you can, that person is going to say, Ma or Nina or Dina, I feel like you're here with me, but you're not fully here with me. Esther said that to me more than once. You said, Ma, I know that you're like physically here with me, but are you here with me? I feel like and she was 6 years old. I feel like that your energy is drifting away from me.
My Adam told me yesterday funny thing too.
Kids
So
are
interesting.
so
They
smart.
feel it. He said to me,
Feel your
they
energy.
feel it like so precisely.
The
It's
children
crazy.
do.
It's crazy.
And I'll tell you why. It's because they are the ones who are the most closest to their
Pure.
self-actualizing tendencies.
Yes, yes.
They're the ones who know I have been set down on a mission. You know? And here's my mother, and my mother is a lost game. She's totally lost. You know, it's like she may talk a great big game, but at the same time, she's thinking about A, B, C, and D, all the things that ever gone wrong, all the things that she's ever like doubted herself for, and that she's not with the program. But 6-year-olds are with the program.
They are.
You know, and I know that in this life, I'll probably never get Esther on the show. That she'd be incredible on the show. But Esther, her insights are so keen. She knows what she wants. And she also knows when I'm fully there for her and when I'm not fully there for her. Even if we're in the same room. And even if I ask her what she wants or what her needs are, she could say easily, Mom, you may be here and you may be asking me about my needs, but you're not really here for me. And that it's very sobering kind of a thought. It gives you a chance to rethink your own life. You know, I'm not here for my own kid because I'm so stuck in my mind and my mind is stuck. Something else, and usually what you're stuck in is conditions of worth, such as you believe that you're not worthy, that you're not worthy of love, that you're not worthy of life, that you're not worthy of being present. How many of us
in the moment?
That's right. Through past experiences, many of us have grown to believe that we're not even deserving of the present moments.
Right.
Which is sad.
It's crazy.
It's sad.
We're always thinking, oh, tomorrow will be better.
Tomorrow will be better.
I've had it before. The before was better. No.
Yeah, that's right.
Today is the time, is a moment.
Today is a time.
Oh,
the moments.
It's hard to do.
And no matter what's gone down, what gets in our way a lot is terrible feelings of, let's say, shame, feeling ashamed about past situations and maybe past things that we've done, past things that we've said. Guilt gets in the way too, feeling very, very guilty about things that have been said and haven't done, and did I hurt her and that, and just general feelings of shame, just shame about ourselves. Like, how could I behave in such a repulsive manner? How could I say that to her? How could I say that to him? What did I do? But all of these emotions get in our way in a very, very, very major way. And it keeps us from feeling the self-actualizing tendency because we're so involved in our own minds. We're so involved in feeling blocking
from your next step, from making yourself bigger, more useful, more
useful
for the society, for yourself. You can do so much more.
That's right. Really what you're doing is blocking yourself from your own soul. Everyone has a soul.
Yeah.
But you get blocked from your soul when you start to load yourself up with all of these unfortunate and negative emotions about yourself. And then you start to have all kinds of thoughts about, did I mess up? Did I do it wrong? Why is he mad at me? Why is she mad at me? What did I do wrong already? You know, and these things can just drive you crazy, and you can even forget that you have a soul. You know that?
I started thinking about this self-realization when I was in Russia last month, and one of my friends, she offered me to make a video. She said that she just started doing this, and I just had like my outfit and everything ready, and I'm like, okay, why not? And she charged me really minimal for the shoot. The shoot was so professional, so amazing. I've never had anything before like that. I literally felt like I'm a celebrity with all the lighting and dresses and everything. And then we went out with her and we started having conversation, and she told me that she just did this for herself, for making herself feel good. She doesn't care about how much money she makes. And a lot of people I meet in life, I see that self-realization in a pyramid. You wanted to talk about it. I wish everyone would know about it. It's almost like the top, right, from the
Right.
bottom.
Yeah.
The bottom is
Yes.
basic needs. right?
Self-actualization is the absolute top of the pyramid.
And why is that? It's because people can't think about self-realization when they have
So
not
many other
fulfilled-
things that are not fulfilled.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
food,
yeah.
like safety, like
Right,
all that.
yeah.
So I often, because I'm an immigrant here in the United States, I often saw this that I see how people are in need of certain things, of food or work, because work pays for
Shelter.
their bills, yeah, shelter, and they forget about self-realization,
Right.
about higher
They
spiritual
can't
needs.
get that high. They're so busy working on the lower levels.
Yeah, and sometimes when I get offended with certain things, I keep forgetting that some people are less fortunate.
True.
That
And
they're not-
and they're working off their lower level.
Yes, they're on lower level, and they will get to that self-realization eventually.
Hopefully one day.
Hopefully one day.
One day.
One lady, she told me, she's my someone acquainted as I know. She told me one time, she said, yeah, this girl is great, but she behaves not adequate. So are you going to wait until she grew up? That was like a few years ago, and I started thinking about it a lot. Do we have the time to wait until someone grow up where you and me are? Like, I mean, I think
Do we have
You
the
know what I
time? It
mean?
depends on how much time you have to wait for her. And how much tolerance you have to wait for her to grow up. If you're trying to grow a business now, you may not have the ability to have the tolerance for her to grow up.
I think I don't have. I mean, a lot of people, not just that person. I'm talking about my mother.
Oh, okay.
But
Um,
I feel like we should not wait anyone.
No,
For
don't,
anyone.
no. I don't think that you should have to wait on anyone because you may be waiting your whole life for a
Yeah.
person to get their act together.
And I also think that we should free up the space.
Sure,
So
sure.
a person who can actually do something for us, for our, further
At this
move.
point in time, if they're not ready at this point in time, it means that they're not meant to be ready at this point
And
in
maybe
time.
they will get there.
And
but
maybe
they
they'll
come
get
back.
there. That would be nice if they could.
Yeah.
But if they're not there when you need for them to be there, then you move on, honey. You
Right.
move on.
That's what I've been doing.
For
lately.
sure, 100%. And we talk about Maslow and his hierarchy of needs. It starts out very, very, very basic. Its very, very basic level is the physiological needs. And it's
Yeah.
not psychological needs. It's the physiological needs. Physiological needs are our need for our food, air, and our water. Extremely basic. You go higher up on the pyramid, and you have a need for shelter, physical shelter, but also psychological shelter.
Communication.
That's right. That's right. Beyond that is another level, and that's a need for love, for belongingness, for need for affiliation, a need to say, "Oh, I'm connected to her, and I'm connected to her, and this is who I work with. These are my colleagues. These are the people that accept me and respect me." But that's beautiful. That's great, but that's not self-love. And then we go up to self-mastery, or as it's known, self-esteem. Self-esteem is all about looking around your environment, seeing what you could do to be better, seeing what you could do to improve yourself. But at the very, very base of the hierarchy of needs is Maslow's need for self-actualization. And that's what we've been talking about this entire time. Self-actualization is seeing what you need to do to make the absolute most of your life. The absolute most of your life. And the only way to hit self-actualization and to even realize that you have self-actualizing potential within you is to love yourself deeply. Yeah, accepting yourself 100%, flaws and faults and all, and say, yes, I am an incredible, amazing person. I deserve the best in life. I deserve to be able to actualize on all of my potential. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Tina Nierenberg, hostess of Life as I See It, with my favorite co-hostess, Nina Bakian.
Thank you, Dima. Thank you, my love.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for being on the show today. I really appreciate it. This has been an incredible show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mwah. Great show.
Wow.
Wow.
We didn't have enough time.